Sierra Leone versus Liberia. Which country is better? Welcome to Explore and thanks for watching. In this video, we shall be putting two great West African countries, Sierra Leone and Liberia, against each other to see who comes on top. Sierra Leone and Liberia have come under the radar several times either for their poor democracy, political affairs or violent past. They have similarities in a lot of aspects besides their common location in Africa and freed slaves countries, but there are still aspects that set them aside. Many factors go into deciding which country is a better option, such as the primary aim of the trip and what you intend doing in either countries into picking which is preferable. If you are new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our daily uploads. In this video, we will put them face to face in terms of geography and demography, infrastructure, economy, standard of living, tourism and security to see which country comes on top in what aspects and overall. But first, let us start with the demography and geography of both countries. Geography and demography. Sierra Leone, officially the Republic of Sierra Leone, is a country in West Africa bordered by Guinea to the north and northeast, Liberia to the south and southeast, and the Atlantic Ocean to the west. Sierra Leone has a total area of 71,740 square kilometers and an estimated population of 7.98 million people. This country has 16 different ethnic groups, each with a different language. Even though Sierra Leone is one of the poorest countries in the world, which is facing many challenges such as high youth unemployment rate of about 60%, poor drinking water, one of the worst literacy rates in Africa, and health problems that include HIV/AIDS, malaria, and yellow fever. About 80% of its population live in poverty. The climate is tropical with two seasons, the dry season from November to May and rainy season from June to October. December to January are the coolest months of the year, although temperatures can still exceed 40 degrees Celsius. But in March and April, the months that it gets hot and humid with temperatures around 33 to 36 degrees Celsius and a solid 50 degrees humidity, making the heat index higher than the actual temperature. The average sea temperature is 30 degrees Celsius, and the average rainfall is highest at the coast, being 3,000 to 500 mm per year, which decreases as you move inland from 2,000 to 2,500 mm. Liberia, just like Sierra Leone, is a sub-Saharan nation in West Africa, bordered by the North Atlantic Ocean to the southwest and three other African nations on the other sides: Sierra Leone to the northwest, Guinea to the northeast, and Ivory Coast to the east. In total, Liberia comprises 110,000 square kilometers of land, inhabited by about 5 million people. Liberia was the first African republic to proclaim its independence and is Africa's first and oldest modern republic. It retained its independence during the scramble for Africa. In Liberia, the climate is tropical, hot and humid all year round with two seasons. The rainy season runs from May to October due to the African monsoon, while the dry season runs from December to February. Average temperatures in Liberia are usually about 28 degrees Celsius, but rarely exceed 36. The minimum is about 20 degrees Celsius. Monrovia in Liberia gets an average rainfall of 4,624 mm per year, or 385.3 mm. For round 1 of the demography and geography, Sierra Leone is more populated than Liberia in terms of population, but the climate of Liberia is more favorable than that of Sierra Leone. Hence, for this round, Liberia takes it home for having a much milder climate. Infrastructure. Liberia has limited infrastructure, which was severely damaged by the country's long civil war. Roads in Liberia are in poor condition due to poor maintenance and heavy rains. Only about 6% of the national road network of 10,600 kilometers is paved. There is no passenger rail, as the few which existed were scrapped and sold during the Civil War. More to this, the country's 5 ports of Monrovia, Buchanan, Greenville, Harper and Robertsport are not in best condition. Robertsport had an international airport which was destroyed during the war in 1990. Hence, it now handles some regional commercial flights but still needs major repairs to be up to par. Just like the roads, airports in Liberia, the telecommunication, electricity and medical systems are not also in the best shape, to say the least. Monrovia, which is the capital city of the country, is also the most popular city and most beautiful city. Sierra Leone, just like Liberia, is not any bed of roses when it comes to infrastructure, given the civil war in the country had either slowed down or suspended any plans to improve the infrastructure of the country for nearly a decade. From the roads to the rail and air systems, They are all in serious need of repairs and maintenance. Electricity is very unreliable, and neither is the telecommunication system. With respect to infrastructure of both Liberia and Sierra Leone, it is evident that both nations have setbacks on infrastructure due to the war and hence will need time to recover and improve on it. It is extremely difficult to determine which country has the best infrastructure, hence for this round, it's a tie for both countries. Economy. Until 1979, Liberia's economy was among the more developed and fastest growing in sub-Saharan Africa. But after the 1980 coup d'etat, it declined and the civil war did set everything on a downward spiral. Liberia is endowed with water, mineral resources, forests and favorable conditions for agriculture, but poor in human capital, infrastructure and stability due to brain drain caused by the war. The first democratically elected government installed in 1997 inherited massive international debts, which has not helped the economy to recover easily, given the economy is primarily fueled by subsistence agricultural exports of products like rubber and iron ore and foreign aid. The estimated GDP of Liberia as of 2019 stands at $3.221 billion, doing business with trading partners like Germany, Switzerland, and United Arab Emirates. The economy in Sierra Leone has always been heavily reliant on mineral mining, and it has kept the economy from being able to flourish under the attitude that gold and diamonds are enough of a backbone for the economy of an entire nation. Consequently, the country is heavily reliant upon foreign aid. Agriculture is also an important part of the economy, accounting for 58% of the country's GDP and employing 8% of the people living there. Known as the land of the blood diamonds, Sierra Leone's economy is mainly fueled by agriculture, mining, especially diamonds, and energy. And the GDP of Sierra Leone as of 2019 is estimated at $3.9 billion. With regards to the economies of both countries, there have been significant hurdles hindering the growth of the countries. The GDP of Sierra Leone is at $3.9 billion, which is on the high compared to Liberia's $3.2 billion as of 2019. Hence, for round 3 of the economy, we give it up to Sierra Leone. Standard of living. Both Liberia and Sierra Leone are low-income countries, which is why they both have problems such as immigration and brain drain. The per capita income of Liberia is estimated at $704, and the GDP purchasing power parity per capita is $1,413. Sierra Leone, on the other hand, has a nominal per capita income of $505 and the GDP purchasing power parity of $1,608. The per capita income of Liberia is $704 and is slightly higher than that of Sierra Leone at $505, but Sierra Leone's purchasing power parity is higher. Both Liberia and Sierra Leone are two of the poorest countries in the western part of Africa, with its citizens living beneath the poverty line. Given the standard of living of a country is greatly linked to its purchasing power parity, hence for round 4 on standard of living, we give it up to Sierra Leone. Tourism. Tourism forms a small part of the national economy of Liberia. In the past, many tourists visited Liberia, mostly from the United States, but due to the civil war that ravaged the country, tourist visits dropped to an ultimate low. With the launch of the Tourism Association in the country, tourism is starting to take off and some improvements have been made to improve on transport, accommodation and touristic sites, with the Robert Sport surfing sport one of the greatest hits in the country. Liberia brought in about $5.9 million in 2017, and the value has fluctuated between $3 million in 2008 and $1.7 million in 2010. The most popular tourist destinations in Liberia include Monrovia's beaches and museums, Sapo National Park, Gola Rainforest National Park, and Robert Sport surfing, beaches and lakes. Tourism in Sierra Leone is an important growing national service industry with beaches and other natural habitats and the biggest part of the nation's tourism industry. According to the International Labour Organization, about 8,000 Sierra Leoneans are employed by the tourism industry. With attractions such as beaches, the Banana Island, Turtle Island, and nature's reserves, the country brought in about $41 million in 2016. Both countries don't have recent statistics on the trends of tourism in recent years, but the stats of Sierra Leone in the past years show some good progress in its values. Hence, for this round, we give it up for Sierra Leone. Security. Crimes in Liberia range from drugs, vandalism and theft, armed robbery, bribery and corruption, which are all very high. Liberia has one of the highest incidences of sexual violence against women in the world. Rape is the most frequent reported crime, accounting for more than one-third of sexual violence cases. Adolescent girls are most frequently assaulted, and almost 40% of perpetrators are adult men known to victims. The crime level in Liberia is very high at 86.81%, indicating that for every 1,000 people, about 87 crimes are committed. On the other hand, the crimes peculiar to Sierra Leone include very high rates of bribery and corruption, high rates of assault, armed robbery, vandalism and theft, with moderate drug-related crimes. The crime rate in Sierra Leone is at 83.33%, which is very high, indicating that for every 100,000 people, 80 crimes are committed. The crime level in both countries are extremely high, but given that that of Liberia is higher than Sierra Leone's, we have concluded that Sierra Leone is safer and more secure than Liberia. Conclusion: comparing Liberia and Sierra Leone has shown us that with regards to good climate, Liberia has a favorable climate compared to Sierra Leone's, while they come up equal. On the other hand, Sierra Leone has a better economy, infrastructure, and is more secure than Liberia. Hence, Sierra Leone is a better country currently than Liberia. But remember what we said at the beginning of this video. Your choice of which country you prefer depends on your primary reason for the trip. So come on, do you and be happy. Thanks for watching this video, Explorers. Which countries will you like us to compare next? Kindly leave your suggestions in the comment section and we will be sure to grant your requests. Also, if you did enjoy this video, do not forget to give it thumbs up and be sure to subscribe and share with your friends.